Cereal talk. Cereal talk. Cereal time. Okay.
Welcome everybody to the 20th Serial Talk podcast. That's 20. That's
a
5
big
months.
2-0, bro.
That's 5 months.
I don't know what that is.
That's
How'd
5
you know?
months.
I'm actually impressed that you knew it was 5 months.
4 weeks in a month, bro.
Okay, you're right. Okay, now I
Thanks,
see.
man. Now
Yeah.
I'm
But like, I
really
don't think in
smart.
those terms. Just like the Michael Scott part where he's like how many minutes is that? And it's like, how does that matter? You know what I'm talking about? The
No, I
CPR,
don't.
the best episode ever in The Office.
yeah.
It was
I
like,
do
that's
remember
20
that.
counts a minute. And you're like,
Yeah.
okay, how many is that per hour? It's like, how does it help you? Like, divide and, yeah.
Yeah.
That reminded me of that just now. But 20, that's freaking anything with consistency, bro. That's
That's what I'm saying, dude.
some big time stuff.
You can see it in our numbers. They're exploding.
They're
right
exploding.
now.
And even numbers on who's on because Gally's not on once again.
Oh, yeah, we're literally diminishing as we
know.
go. Galley's
I
on
know.
here again.
But
He
we're
won't-
having fun. Gally's not here. He's doing military stuff and will until
Next week, he won't be here either.
yeah,
He'll be here the week after.
Until August, he won't be here. But we're here. Last week was good. If you listen to the podcast, we went through a lot of stuff, and I mean, it was good. Good time limit for 2 people, and was it like 46 minutes?
I think so.
Yeah.
I can't remember.
It was good. But welcome. If you haven't, listened before, this is Serial Talk Podcast.
It's the greatest podcast on the
Yeah,
planet.
for the 20th, kind of like revisit some stuff. We started doing Serial Talk Podcast 20 weeks ago.
That's a good idea. We should rehash
yeah,
for
but
the brand new listeners.
yeah, but basically we've all been friends since high school. Me and Colt have been friends since 4th grade, right?
Yeah.
So we started when we grew up in high school, middle school. We used to have like late night talks, but would always eat cereal. So it turned into what we called Cereal Talk, and then we grew up and we tried to figure out what we could do to like have some guy time. And no one wanted to go bowling or do anything else. So we decided, hey, let's start a podcast and do something like productive and have fun doing it. And it's been fun to us. So
It's been fun to have our friends on too.
yeah,
Like,
it has.
I think it's going to be a good way as we continue it, as people like move off and do different things. It's going to be
Yeah.
a good way to bring friends and family and
Yeah.
that we don't talk to often. And it's a good way to make sure we connect with them with a purpose other than just like a phone. Like phone calls are cool, but they last 5 minutes.
Yeah,
you know?
exactly.
When you really sit somebody down and you basically interrogate them for an hour, there's a different connection that happens.
Yeah, you
Like,
get the
it's-
real deep stuff too.
You get the deep stuff,
So-
like you just in this fun environment, and so
Yeah.
this has just been absolutely a blast for us to do. It's
Yeah,
been good.
absolutely. But it's been a productive week. I wanted to jump on a few days ago whenever they had the Comic-Con where they released all the Marvel stuff, but decided I'd just wait. But there's a lot of stuff going on with Marvel right now as far as like what they released and not only that, but
So-
in-game release or the in-game beat Avatar for the top spot. So it's funny because we have a group text with all the guys, and I'm literally the only person texting in it for a good like day throughout
It's
that
probably
day.
been. Let's look back. I'm pretty sure even to this point, Davis has only sent one picture.
Yeah,
It's been you.
yeah.
It's yeah. Oh
It's
no.
been
Okay.
A lot
I'm
of it has
wrong.
mainly been me, but
Most of it is you.
yeah.
Let's be honest.
But-
I would say at least 60% is you.
But before going like in deep on it and kind of sticking with the in-game, topic, I read this yesterday and saw it. Some of the writers of in-game started talking about like different ways things would happen, and this is me telling you. I don't know if you saw this or not, but there are some different endings of or like things that happened with the last war. They're starting to call it the Battle of Earth. The Battle of Earth. That were like insane, like R-rated versions of in-game that are so dope though. So
Wait, hold on. They filmed these?
they
Or
they
these are
talked
just-
about like this happening and this is what they wanted to do, but I don't know if it's Disney directly, but the rating of it having to
Like
be
it-
PG-13
yeah.
held them back from it. But
Dang.
basically, what like two of the things that I saw for this last Battle of Earth ending I saw was they should call it Battle of the Universe though, because literally if they lost
It's half the universe that's like
all
of it would've
in
been
game,
lost.
all of it at that
Yeah.
point, yeah.
Yeah.
So, but two of the things I saw, one was that in the story at one part when Thanos arrived on Earth, he actually, whenever the three main superheroes are walking over, Thor, Iron Man, and Cap are walking over, there's a part where they would have added that Thanos would have actually brought the decapitated head of Captain America from a different timeline.
Oh, dang.
And rolled it in front of their feet.
That's kind of dope.
Yeah.
That would have been super
It's
dope.
insane. And, that just shows you, more of who Thanos is, too.
Yeah.
Because he
The
did have a
ruthless
different...
nature.
Yeah. He did have a more... his younger version was more, crazed and wanting
Fanatical.
power. Yeah. So that, I thought, was crazy. It would have been insane.
That would have been dope.
Yeah.
What is this? What is the what if? You sent that, and it's...
Yeah,
so
I'll jump into
if?
it a little bit more. But the other thing into the end game was they also brought the rest of the corpse with them. One being Giant Man, which would be Ant-Man in the big form.
Oh,
so
whoa.
a corpse of a huge corpse of
just dropping that on the
just
battlefield.
dropping in the battlefield.
Could you imagine the morale of all the good guys?
Yes.
They'd just be like, oh shit,
he beat us before. Yeah,
they slaughtered him.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I know. So that's insane. And I saw that and I was like, what? I can't even imagine. But yeah, so starting with what if, since you sent that. So I guess this will be the first.
I'd say that because that's kind of like a what if scenario.
Yeah.
What if this happened? What if we would have been able to do that? And so I saw the what if, and so when you see what if, is that a reference to something, or is that kind of a what if the universe did this, and then they would have gone a rabbit hole in that direction?
I think
what?
it's so. This is an animated series. It's their first one. I don't think they're really going to say it's canon because I think what it'll do is kind of in terms go into different parallel timelines.
Yeah, that's kind of what I thought.
Yeah, which is super cool, and I think it kind of just gives us more of of what to expect. It's a TV show and it arrives in the summer of 2021, but it goes through scenarios of what if Captain America killed Iron Man in Civil War, or I assume that's kind of what it sounds like, and because many of the MCU actors are reprising their roles with their voices.
Voiceovers?
Yeah, so that'll be interesting. I don't know
this
how
will be
much.
on their Disney Plus, won't it?
Yeah, it'll be on their Disney Plus.
I bet. Do you think a majority of these? Well, a lot of these are going to be movies, so they're obviously on the big screen, but they're all going to go straight to this Disney Plus.
Yeah.
Man, they're going to make some money off that.
Yeah, I mean, they already have my money with Marvel alone.
Yeah.
But then they'll have Star Wars, and all your Star Wars fan, whenever Disney just took over, it's so smart of them to buy all these.
Did they buy 20th Century Fox too?
Yeah.
So they own all the rights that 20th Century Fox
actually,
had, which is tons of everything.
Well, was unannounced at Comic-Con that they or it was announced, is mentioned, but they mentioned a Fantastic Four movie way later on, and X-Men coming back too. So yes, they have these characters and they're able to go into that, but they have them announced, but they don't have anything set up for them yet. And what's cool is Spider-Man has Far From Home has so many different Easter eggs that I've kind of researched and saw, and a lot of it has to do with what used to be Avengers Tower, how someone bought that. Spider-Man Homecoming goes into it and says someone bought this and this is why we're moving out, because they're moving, they move out of the Avengers building downtown and they moved uptown New York.
Yeah.
And
that big facility.
Yeah. So part of that was who bought the building, because they never mentioned it. And so what it could be is that they want to explore Spider-Man. Oscorp would be one, which would be the Green Goblin and everything around that technology, but also Baxter Building. And because this is more of an MC, it's the Fantastic Four.
Oh, okay.
What they work out of. And so since this is more, Spider-Man still is owned by Sony in a way, so especially Oscorp and all of them are as well. But so what I imagine is it'll probably be Baxter Building. Not only that, but this is insane. I saw this on a video where someone's talking about Easter egg. The end credit scene is whenever Spider-Man picks up MJ to go swing through New York City. The street that they're on in the comic books is one street away from the Baxter Building. So what they put up on the street in the movie, in the comics books, that street, that intersection is 1 block away from where the Baxter Building is in the comic book. Okay. And they're 1 block away from the building.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
From the old Avengers
building.
building.
So a huge Easter egg. And I don't think they can say if that's...
That's crazy.
I know.
That's some... You talk about it all the time, but if that's reality, if that's what they're planning, That's some serious attention to detail.
Yes.
Like, they're like, it's like they have one dude in mind, like some crazy dude sitting in his like TV that just watches it over and over. They're like, I want to give him something to be proud of when he finds. Like that's what their thought process has to be behind.
It's crazy.
And then you almost respect him for even knowing that street was the street. Thinking back to the comic books.
Yeah.
Like, that's insane, dude.
I know. It's crazy.
Was this the most recent? Was this Homecoming?
This is Far From Home.
Far
most
From
recent.
Home, that was
Which he actually flew through that building. The building like had it was reconstructed to where it has a hole, and it's super good looking building, but doesn't tell you what it is.
Yeah.
So it'll be interesting. But Spider-Man 3 is also confirmed. Don't have anything scheduled. Black Panther 2 is confirmed. Don't have anything scheduled. Captain Marvel 2 is confirmed. Doesn't have anything scheduled.
Is Black Panther still the highest grossing solo Marvel movie? Or is
I saw this the other day.
Picking up on it.
I need to grab my phone, but it So in the top 10 grossing films of all time, Marvel has, I think, half of it, which is insane.
That's insane.
Yeah. Let me try and find it.
That almost feels unfair. Like, I feel bad for all the other, for every other movie ever.
I know. And the funny part is, a lot of it, it's like, beyond that, there's other similarities. So Avengers is number 1 now. Avatar's number 2. Titanic's number 3. So 2 and 3 were, I think, directed by the same person, if I remember right. Avatar and Titanic, I think. I don't know. But Disney is pretty much the rest of this. So Star Wars, The Force Awakens, number 4. Infinity War's 5, which is crazy. Top 5. You have 2 Avengers movies. And then the rest, Jurassic World, Avengers, Black Panther is still the solo film. Yeah, it's at 10 though. So, but Spider-Man is closely coming up at 1 billion. It's in the 1 billion club, and it's still there. It's
Could
still
you imagine
out.
directing the 2 and 3 most highest grossing movies? Because it was both James Cameron, like...
Yeah, it was both of James Cameron. That's right. Okay, yeah, that's insane. So that's cool. And so beyond that, I mean, you get Black Panther 2, which is going to be crazy huge. I mean, you already saw the success of Black Panther 1.
And it's only going to grow. It's not going to diminish.
Yeah. And then not only that, but Guardians 3, which I think I'm most excited for. That was so confirmed with no date.
You definitely know I'm excited. Like the text message I sent you last night, I wasn't even thinking about it, but I was like, oh my gosh, you're so right.
Yeah, and then it has James Gunn's coming back, which was a scare because he got kicked off at one point. But
I texted Farquhar last night that I wanted to be in space and I wanted a a spaceship and then I wanted a laser pistol.
How
and then
cool would that be?
He was like, just like Star-Lord? I'm like, oh my gosh,
And you literally, like, Earth is so established, you know what I mean? There's literally nothing that's, like, doesn't belong to someone. Even if it's something that's, like, no one's been to, I feel like someone still owns it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Which is ridiculous.
Like, in space, you can go anywhere, bro.
Yeah.
Like, what did you say? Was that really a Star-Lord quote that you said the other day?
No, that was the quote. I just said
it. Made it Maybe I'm thinking, maybe I was sleepy, so I thought it was cool, and actually was. Let me see what you said. It sounded cool.
Said you can take whatever you want or something like that. I don't know.
Anyways, keep going. I'll find it.
But beyond that, so Guardians 3 is what I'm most excited for.
Okay, just kidding. It wasn't as cool, but you said take what you want because no one owns anything in space.
Yeah.
For some reason, I read that like it was a super cool quote. Take what you want, bro. No one owns anything, dude. Yeah, man. Bro, for sure.
But going into like what's confirmed, Phase 4 of the Marvel Universe, everyone was super excited because they didn't expect it. But of course, I think really the TV shows, of course, is going to be something new. You have WandaVision, with Vision and Wanda. I don't know how they're going to do that.
Are they going to cast the same actors?
It's the same actors. They're already confirmed.
That's a big deal.
Yeah, it'll be those two, starring Elizabeth Olsen and Paul Bettany. It's spring of 2021. So that's coming up. You have a Loki series, which I think these are going to go across the multiverse because I think Endgame kind of showed us where this series began with Loki is with where when they go back to the Battle of New York, he gets the Space Stone and disappears.
Yeah.
So I think with that, it's spring of 2021 as well, and I think with that they'll kind of go with that multiverse or that time period.
I'm okay with
that timeline. Yeah,
that
and then
dope.
The Falcon and the Winter Soldier, I think they'll stay in the same one. That is the same people, Bucky.
How do you feel about that? You feel excited?
So I was kind of like, but it's Marvel, and you know what I mean. Like
I'm still
and not only
watch
that,
it.
but the bad guy in in Civil War. I'm sorry, I'm drawing a blank, but it's Baron Zemo.
Yeah.
You know how he's a bad guy? He's actually coming back in comic book form for that. So somehow, I mean, of course, he had the ending of all super bad guys have, where it's like, oh, you thought that was the end. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The end of Civil War. Then he comes back and he is confirmed for that series as like the main bad guy for it. So it'll be good. I think with that, this will be the most, what I think could be the most smooth, because it can be in mission form, because they're both soldiers. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So they could both kind of, each episode could be a mission. And it's not so much of like.
So that's going to be a series? It's not going to be a movie?
Yeah, it's going to be a series.
Oh, wow. I thought it was going to be a movie.
Yeah, so that's the series. That kind of concludes that. What If will be Loki, WandaVision, and Falcon and Winter Soldier.
What do you
so
feel about
4.
Okay, so you got 4.
Yeah.
I know Thor, Love and Thunder.
Yeah, that was probably the biggest one no one really knew there'd be a Thor 4.
So that has to be a multiverse kind of thing where Natalie Portman is that's the only way that works out.
I don't know,
right?
man. So what was kind of cool, because Natalie Portman comes back as Jane Foster, who's actually going to be the Mighty Thor, is what they're calling her, is the woman version of Thor. And they brought Mjolnir on stage, the Thor's hammer. So I don't know how they're going to do that. I think I wouldn't want them to go different. I'd want them to stay with the same Thor and follow along with the story that Thor, because they left him off, and if they do him dirty like that, which I'm kind of worried about, and that's why I sent a sad face to you, because in Thor: Love and Thunder, Thor 4, if you continue down this and you kind of go along the lines of the Mighty Thor comic book situation, Jane Foster actually has cancer within that comic book.
Yeah.
And the way they get her out of that is Thor gives her his powers.
Oh,
so
really?
She becomes
Whoa.
Thor, which I will hate. I will absolutely hate that.
Now, I can't remember the first Thor 1 and Thor 2 because they weren't amazing.
Yeah, not at all.
So, where did she go? Whatever happened to her?
Really, the last you hear about her,
she died.
No,
I thought she
Thor
died.
2,
I was
she
like,
was there.
she must be dead.
I think her and the director had problems, and so she didn't come back and didn't want anything to do. So, for example, Endgame was all re-footage because she didn't come back for it.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, whoa.
Yeah. So
I thought she would.
It was all footage they had.
Came back for that.
No.
Like a cameo.
Which I don't think she did, but that might have just been a rumor that I heard. But it's crazy saying no
to that.
Endgame. Yeah.
There's no way.
I
Like
know.
if somebody, dude, that would have been.
I know.
And she's successful enough to not care though.
Yeah.
Like she is probably one of the most known actresses.
Yeah.
Right now, or like of all time. Like,
she's a good actress.
She was in Star Wars. She's dope. I like her.
And I watched. Awesome. I kind of was iffy with her with Jane Foster, and Gally loves her. And
well, of course he does. Because she's in like Star Wars.
Yeah,
she's
I know.
Padme, like.
And I watched her in what's the movie with Ashton Kutcher? I forgot to tell you what that one was.
We watched it. No, you watched it the other day, right?
Yeah, Killers? It was the one. No, Killers is the other one. This one is. It was No Strings Attached with her in it, and I liked her in that. She was I liked her character. I liked the way she played it really well. But I'm kind of worried for Thor in that sense. And then not only that, I think it's going to be very focused on women because for one, she's going to become a woman Thor. You also have the first. I guess I don't know if this is the right term. Lesbian, is that the right term professionally?
I guess
the first lesbian character with Tessa Thompson's character, Valkyrie. It's confirmed that she's yeah.
Dang, I thought her and
yeah, I know.
That's kind of
they're kind of so. What I like is
that
they do.
What was the other movie that we reached? Oh, it was Stranger Things, where it was like, oh, well, we thought that was
I
gonna be like, what
and then
the
they
crap?
did Steve dirty.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that's the correct term. I apologize if not. But it's interesting. I'm kind of worried about it, to be honest. Yeah. And that's what not in the sense that like you're turning over to women. I'd be fine with that. But like the sense that Thor has already such a cool story set up to where like he's been the man. He went down. Now he's like Fat Thor. You could do so much with that and like overcoming like how he got out of that.
Or let him explore like the universe, like go hang out with Guardians of the Galaxy.
That's why I like that too.
Because he can explore and like I don't know, man. That would suck. I mean, I guess she can too. I don't know. I'm with you. That's just you're killing a character that does have affection that you already love.
Hopefully not, but that's kind of what it kind of comes to across.
That's what you think it's gonna happen.
Yeah. Oh, I also forgot to mention Hawkeye will have his own TV series.
So that has to be either in the past Or is there going to be a new
I mean, he's
Hawkeye?
alive. Yeah, his daughter.
Oh, yeah, he's alive.
His daughter's confirmed in it, too.
Black Widow has a series coming out.
Black Widow has a movie coming out, which is I'm pumped for.
Yeah, movie coming out. Okay.
So that was the other big announcement. Everyone knew Black Widow, and I think this is the first one we'll see, and it won't be till May 2020. So we're at
that's
almost a year.
May 2020?
May 2020
is when it comes out?
It's like 10 months.
Yeah, it's not too far away.
Yeah, but we've always had 3 Marvel movies a year. We've had one February, May, sometimes November.
Yeah.
Or
are
2 a year.
Are we not going to have one in November?
We're having 2, and we'll probably have 1 next year, which would be Black Widow. I think. I could be totally wrong.
I'm okay to take a year off.
Yeah, after that,
okay
you got to
chill out for a little bit. Let us get that feeling back of like anxiousness. Now the Blade movie's coming up, and did you ever watch the original Blades?
I never did. I never cared for him, to be honest. And this one, I'm like, I haven't. If I see a trailer, I'll be pumped, I'm sure. But I didn't find like this wasn't my most excited part of the movie. Yeah. So yeah, Blade coming out.
Blade, I know. So Blade had those original trilogy. I believe it's a trilogy with Wesley Snipes.
Yeah.
And like they were good. I remember watching them as a kid. They're just really action packed, and they're just that weird kind of I think 90s, that 90s gothic feel.
Yeah.
Like it was really they're interesting, but they were one of the people hailed them as the first superhero movies that kind of got it like, okay, superhero movies can be done right and actually entertaining and actually done
I don't think I ever saw those, which is crazy. I didn't even know it was
that's why it was like a big deal. A lot of people are talking about it's a big deal that they're making another Blade is because it's like a homage back to the original superhero movies, because Iron Man kind of gets the credit for the Marvel Universe.
Yeah.
But when it comes to superhero movies, it was really Blade that kind of opened the doors for Spider-Man.
Is it the same guy playing it?
No, it's Wesley Snipes is not supposed to play it. I guess it's going to be the guy. Remember the guy in Green Book?
Yes, that guy. Yeah.
It's him.
Okay, cool. I like him a lot.
He voiced the bad dude in the
Spider-Verse. Yeah, Spider-Verse.
So
yeah, I like him. I do
too. He's a cool dude. I'm excited about it. The way I think they're going to try to give it I think it's still going to remain PG-13, but the whole series is pretty dark and gruesome, so like I hope they give it R, but
isn't it vampires too?
It's vampires.
So that'll be interesting on how they do that within Marvel Universe too, because that's never been mentioned really.
You would have liked this. I think Spider-Man and Blade work together in some of the old animations.
Yeah, I've seen that. Mm-hmm.
And so they're thinking that they're kind of hoping that somewhere along the lines that those could possibly be tied in together.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like I suspect they're going to do it more along like a biological virus, and Peter's going to, help out with either curing him or
okay, that's dope.
Like that sort of thing.
Because
like
it's smart.
It'll be bringing Peter's intelligence and letting him move forward with that. So I don't know, man. I'm excited for that one.
Yeah,
I'm excited for the Thor. That's cool.
But also you tie that in, and Jared Leto's playing a vampire in a Sony-based movie. I think it'll be more in like the Venom side.
Hasn't he been a vampire in like all of the movies he's in?
I mean, he's the Joker. Morbius. That's a Spider-Man villain too. Man, I just wish Sony would give Marvel all these rights and just make money off it. They wouldn't like have to. I don't know. I don't know.
They don't have to teeter.
Yeah, because Morbius would be dope because then you could incorporate Blade, because I'm sure Blade, because that's vampire stuff. You know what I mean? So I don't know much about. I don't know much about that side of Marvel, but it'll be interesting to see where they go with that. But also you have other movies that everyone is excited about. You got Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, which is going to feature Scarlet Witch and be a horror film.
That's what I was going to tell you. Blade is going to be like the second iteration into this Marvel horror that they're going to have, starting out with Doctor Strange.
Okay.
So I forgot to mention that.
Yeah, that's really cool.
So it's going to be like the second step, but it's Doctor Strange. That's going to be weird, dude, because Doctor Strange was trippy. It never really struck me as horror. So, like, I can imagine just like this, like Lovecraft and like Cthulhu and these like extra-dimensional giant gods and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, I could see them going in that direction. That would be kind of cool, like where he gets in these... Because who'd he fight there at the end of his movie? That weird dimensional being that wanted to take... Like, it was all darkness or...
Yeah, man, I'm drawing a blank.
You know who I'm talking about, though.
Yeah.
What if it's going to be more of that, just more fleshed out, gruesome, gross?
Yeah. Well, it's going to be, the person's going to be Nightmare is the villain.
Nightmare?
Yeah, which is cool. He's a cool character. I haven't, like, as far as comics and his background, I don't know a lot. Dormammu was the other character.
Yeah, good job.
Yeah,
you're right.
But yeah, that's going to be super interesting. I like them going in that direction too.
I do too. That's going to be dope. I'm excited about that.
Yeah. And then also Wanda Witch is going to be in that too.
Oh, is she?
Yeah,
she's going to be a great character for that.
Yeah.
Like, her and Doctor Strange would be a great duo. I hope they do more stuff together.
Yeah. So and then the other one, Shang-Chi is another one.
What is that?
I don't know a lot about Shang-Chi. I'm not gonna lie to you, and I don't want to. I need to do more research on it. But is a superhero in the Marvel universe. And the cool part that I want to talk about with this is the actor, how he got his the part on it. Did you hear about that? He called Kevin Feige, and he's a 2-time Oscar award guy. Called Kevin Feige and was like, "Hey, let me be Shang-Chi." Like, I think this is years ago. I think it's back in 2015.
And he was calling like, "Hey, make Shang-Chi into a superhero. I want to do it."
Kevin Feige at that time was like, "Okay, yeah, I mean, this is big, but it's not as big as it is now."
Yeah, it was like, we're still growing.
Yeah. And so he just said, "Okay," and then that's how he got the part. And he actually tweeted out, he said, "Hey, Marvel, I'm here." ... like Shang-Chi or something like that, and then he now he's Shang-Chi, and
that's dope.
Yeah, super dope. So and then the
Legend of the Ten Rings.
Yeah, that's the name of the movie. The last movie we haven't talked about is Eternals.
I'm gonna like Shang-Chi. I can already tell you that right now.
Yeah, it'll be dope.
Yeah, the Eternals. Yeah. So what is that? Yeah. That looks so cryptic. Like all I've seen is the pictures of it.
I think this could be setting up something super cool.
Do you think this could be the next Infinity War kind of thing?
Yeah, the next big bad.
The next.
Villain, and like how Guardians of the Galaxy almost been like our way to see Thanos more and that side of everything else. I think this will be our way of seeing the bigger picture that they might be going after is like these bigger like God eternal type characters that could be bad.
Who's supposed to be in this one?
This is gonna be cool. As Angelina Jolie, Richard Madden, which is Jon Snow, or not Jon Snow, Robert Stark. Wait. Yeah. That's his name, Rob Stark?
Mm-hmm. I know who you're talking about.
Yeah. But he I didn't know he was, also, a side note of that, I didn't know he's Prince Charming in Cinderella movie. He looks totally different.
I never saw the Cinderella movie.
Bro, best of the, in my opinion, and this is super, fruity, is that's the best of the like, remakes that Disney's made is Cinderella.
Really?
Yeah.
I was telling Trinity, I'm not a huge fan of like any of the live action.
Yeah.
It's the same story.
Did you see Lion King yet?
No, I haven't
Speaking
seen it.
of...
we saw Toy Story.
Toy Story? Yeah, which is just kind of like...
It was kind of like, okay.
Yeah, I know.
That's all it was. It was like, it wasn't bad, but I'm like, okay.
Lion King was... we're way off where we're at, but Lion King, I saw it this week.
I know, we just took a left
Yeah,
turn.
I know, but Lion King was good. I kind of went in... I've always thought Lion King's overrated. I think people love lions.
I disagree with you.
I think people love lions, and it's good music, but... I think it's kind of overrated. But that's me personally. I never enjoyed it as much.
You're wrong. It's okay.
But okay.
Let's move on.
Yeah.
You're wrong.
But it was good. I thought it was
a great
good.
movie, bro. Think about how sad you got at parts and how happy you were at other parts. Like, it was a great movie. The emotional roller coaster you went through, awesome.
Yeah.
All right. So Angelina Jolie's gonna be it. Doing what?
Yeah. She's just one of the Eternals. I don't know the characters well enough, but they one of these godlike characters that will be, I don't know who they're even facing, but they put a pretty dope picture up of what the first picture you see of it, and it is, let's see, it's pretty cool. I'll send it to you. It look more like robots that they'll be facing stuff, but Celestials are the big thing that I think will be the next Thanos in the Marvel universe.
Really?
And you think about it, you still have the most powerful characters are still alive. Of course, Iron Man, powerful, yes. Captain America, kind of lower, but still good character. But you have Doctor Strange, Wanda Witch, and all these characters that
Thor.
Thor.
God,
yeah. I know. So, and then you're gonna have a She-Thor. This is gonna be you know what I mean?
She-Thor,
so it's gonna be crazy.
And that's not even to include the other people that they're gonna add.
Yeah, I know.
Now, I know Spider-Man was a part of it, but he wasn't a part of it forever. So now he's gonna take the place of Iron Man.
Yeah.
So it's not like we're losing.
What they did was so creative though, because at the end of Spider-Man, they know that they don't have all their hands on Spider-Man because he's Sony.
Yeah.
And what they kind of did was, they had Happy tell Nick Fury, Marvel, Disney, hey, he'll call you. Basically, like, Sony will call whenever you're like, you know what I mean? So, like, they know they don't have all their hands on Spider-Man, so if they lose him, they got to be prepared to not have him.
Yeah.
Which sucks. But it's also how Spider-Man operates. Is very solo-like. He doesn't want a lot of people involved, and I think that'll show, especially after his identity. The more people that was involved with with the Avengers, with Nick Fury, now his identity's gone. Of course he's going to be scared to work with anyone again.
Yeah.
So I think he'll become like a more solo-type character and come whenever he's needed. And then another superhero news kind of taking a shift here is the late last night they announced the cinematographer that played for Rogue One. Crazy awesome shots.
Yeah.
He in a lot of Star Wars movies. I can't remember what else he's in, but he's going to be the cinematographer for Batman, the Batman series or the Batman movie coming out. Yeah, which
I didn't
is
even know
dope
there was
for
a Batman
Batman.
movie coming out. It's is it going to have Ben?
No, it's new character. It's the Twilight guy. Do you not know that?
Nah, dude.
Yeah,
I'm out of the loop right now.
Yeah,
what the crap?
So it's what is his name? I don't know his name.
Edward. No, that was his character.
I know. I think it's Edward.
What was his name?
I don't know. I'm looking it up right now.
I am too.
But he'll be the Batman, and they kind of put a picture out, not officially, but fan-made
pictures.
A cool
Batman.
That's what I'm saying. He could be a pretty dope Batman.
Edward Cullen?
Yeah.
Robert Patterson, just kidding. That was his character.
Yeah. So it'll be interesting. And he'll have the cinematography of that, which would be cool with like a city like Gotham. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
A super dark city that's like, so that'll be cool. So a lot of like news popping up, but not a lot of content, I guess you could say.
We just have, hey, this is what's happening. But, I mean, that's what July's kind of for.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if we mentioned it.
This is like the biggest announcement of movies since, they announced.
It's almost scary that they have this so much planned. Like,
yeah, I know.
It's almost scary. And
yeah.
Part of me almost feels like at some point things are going to just crack and break, and it's just going to be like, all right, Marvel's done. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like I have this doomsday complex of, like, it can't be this good forever. Like, eventually it's going to crack and break, and it's going to be...
The TV series might be a thing that does it, in my
opinion.
I
know that even now, like, they have Marvel TV series out now, and I was watching something, and the correlation and the communication between the movies and the series is super poor, and they don't like to do it. Like, they
just announced it as that's no longer canon. So they just announced that.
Really?
Yeah, so the TV shows are no longer like part of that universe, which is interesting. Which is good though. I think they finally are like, yeah, we can't make this work, so let's take them out.
Yeah.
Which is good. I think the TV series are still going on. But I think Marvel is going to have more of a hand on. I think it'll be more like a Game of Thrones type TV series. You know what I mean? To where there's
more in depth,
more into it. More. I mean, the actors are a lot better than some of the TV show actors.
Like,
yeah.
Their budget's going to be through the roof.
Yeah.
Because they pay some of these high dollar actors that they have, these movie actors, to be in these TV shows.
Yeah.
Like, that's a big freaking deal, dude.
Yeah.
Usually actors don't go step down like that, so it has to be
crazy.
It has to be a big deal. They have to be bringing in a lot of money, like. But it's Disney, so it's not like their funds are limited either. Yeah. They're like, what do you want? We have it. Whatever you need,
I know.
We got the money for it.
Exactly. So that, and then, I mean, we also have a Star Wars Christmas coming out that not a lot of hype has come around, but I love Star Wars Christmases.
What do you mean Star Wars Christmases?
When Star Wars comes out during Christmas time, I love it.
I thought you were talking about, like, do you remember the old, there was a Star Wars Christmas cartoon, so that's what I genuinely thought you were talking about.
No. Was it called that or something?
Yeah, it was called the Star Wars Christmas. When's it actually released?
I don't know. I assume beginning December, like December 3rd or something crazy like that. But
man, I don't know. I'm not super excited.
I'm not either, but also, like,
I have more hope for it than December 20th is when it comes out.
Okay. December 20th?
Yeah. So 5 days before Christmas.
That's crazy.
I feel like it's a dumb time to put out a movie.
That might be when they put The Force Awakens and stuff out, though.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I remember it was super cool. Like, I saw it on Christmas, Star Wars, Force Awakens. So, yeah, that's crazy.
I hope, because what's his face is directing, J.J. Abrams.
Yeah,
so
hopefully he helps
I feel so bad, dude. Like, it's just like they gave it to him. If they would have just let him continue, he would have figured it out.
I know.
He would have. Movie 1 wasn't amazing, but it was good. Movie 2 would have just built upon it a little bit, so it would have been pretty good.
Yeah.
And this movie would have been like, okay, they got it figured out. J.J. Abrams got it. He got it down.
Yeah.
But no, they gave it to some other guy, and he just ripped it apart. So now J.J. Abrams has to go back to come up with some new vision, repair the damage, and then just try to limp his way across the finish line. Like, we're just going to hope that it gets done. You know what I mean? Like, it's just going to be like, okay, this was a good resolution. Not, oh my gosh, that was a great story.
Yeah, that's so true. I don't know why they gave it to Ryan Johnson in the first place. So I don't know.
Was there beef? Was there like J.J. Abrams was angry, or?
I think they just wanted different perspectives for all of it. And I thought the third one would be someone else too, but I don't know.
I mean, I almost would have been okay with that too. Is if they had had a third perspective, I'd have been like, okay, whatever, I get it. But going back and forth,
yeah, I know,
it just hurts my heart. It's just like
same.
You can almost see that they don't know what they're doing. Like, you feel that.
I think the future is bright with Star Wars, though, with a lot of stuff coming out. You know what I mean? Especially bringing in Jon Favreau for the TV show, The Mandalorian.
Dude, I'm pumped for The Mandalorian.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm pumped, dude. I like him.
Yeah.
Like, he's a really good actor.
I mean, Lion King. Who's a good actor?
The guy that's gonna play The Mandalorian.
Oh, really? Who is it?
It's
I know Jon Favreau is he's a good director. He has The Lion King, first Iron Man, all kinds of stuff.
Oh, he directed The Lion King?
Yeah.
What? And the first Iron Man?
Yeah.
Shoot.
Well, this Lion King, not the very first.
What's the guy who plays Happy? What's his name?
That's Jon Favreau.
That's him?
Yeah.
Oh, shoot. He's super awesome. But the actor that Pedro Pascal, he was in. I recognize him from a couple movies, but I've always liked him. I always thought he did a good job of the things that he does. So, yeah, dude, I'm pumped for him to be the Mandalorian because he kind of looks like a Mandalorian should
do. Right.
Oh, I thought he was taller. He's only 5'11". I thought he was like 6'3".
Oh, really?
Yeah. Anyways.
5'11" is still pretty. I mean, they can make it look tall.
Well, because you see the trailers and he looks huge. Like, he looks tall. Yeah, man, I'm pumped for that one. And then I'm pumped for The Witcher. Chris Pine.
Yes.
Chris Pine's going to be dope.
I didn't get to watch the trailer. Did you watch the trailer?
No.
Because it looks dope.
Dude, I'm telling you, I'm missing everything.
I know. I don't know what's up, bro. That's why you need social media.
I guess so, dude. You get behind.
Yeah. But that's really all I have for announcements and kind of going in depth on that. Is there anything more you wanted to add or anything like that?
No, I think we're good. As soon as we turn this off, I'm watching the Witcher trailer.
Are you? Would you ever be an actor?
Would I be an actor? I mean,
there's so much risk to it, but would you ever?
I wouldn't go pursue it, but if somebody came up to me and was like, "Hey, I want you to be in my movie," I'd say yeah.
Yeah, I know.
You know,
would you do it for no pay, depending on like the movie?
Depending on the movie, what the role is.
What if it's like a?
If I have to have sex with a guy, no, no, I'm not doing that. No.
I think it'd be so fun, but I think it'd be more. I don't know. It's risky because of course you have all these talented actors out there, but like I was listening to a podcast I think it was a podcast or interview by Dacker Montgomery, the guy that plays Billy in Stranger Things.
Yeah.
And he was in Australia when he got the part for Power Rangers and then for Stranger Things, and then he said like after the season, he got killed off.
Yeah.
Golly, hopefully no one. but the thing I was going to say is that he said he's always prepared to be a barista again, just because you never know. It's
kind of like one of the things, like, I can't, probably in his case too, he's like, I can't believe this is happening. Like, it's not real. I'm about to wake up and have to go back to work. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's a good point, though. Like, he's just always prepared.
Yeah. Which is good. And
it's probably one of the most unstable jobs.
Yeah.
Think about it.
He's a good, I was looking more in depth on him because I was interested, because for one, I saw that they talked about how he was supposed to act. God, I keep forgetting. I forgot last podcast, too, the name of that movie that he's supposed to imitate, the Here's Johnny part.
The Shining.
Yeah, one of the most popular movies ever. But he... but, like, after seeing that, I kind of dug a little deeper into him. And, like, he made a lot of changes to Billy that the director loved of Stranger Things 2 or 3, and he incorporated it. So he's supposed to be, like, a pretty brilliant actor.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so it'll be fun to watch him forward and see what happens from there. But that and just, like... And then you see people like Leo that just on top, and just
like
really gets to do whatever he wants. And then
Yeah.
when you get to a point, you also get to create your own because you have the money, the funds, and people believe in like what you do.
and what
Yeah.
you've done, and you've had that credibility. Like,
Yeah.
the riskiness comes in. Like, think about it. You have to go into this room, audition, and hope they pick you out of
Yeah.
however many.
Yeah.
Every time you get a job until you become like somebody who actually has credit to their name. Like, that's crazy.
And then you can do stuff that hurt your thing too, but like maybe you just
I feel like that's way less though. You know, like any job is a good job. Some people say like they shouldn't have done this film because it tanked, but I'm still like, that person still did that film. Like, that's cool. Unless they were just garbage.
But also you think of like people that get stuck there though. Like I feel like people get stuck in like
role. What is it? Typecasting or whatever.
Yeah, and then they'll be extra or they'll be. And maybe they're just I'm trying to think of an example for you, but like scary movies, I feel like is a big example. They'll play in one scary movie, and then there's like you don't want them in anything else.
Yeah.
Really, I feel like comedy is something you can move up in fine, but scary movie is something that tanks pretty easy. And
doing those dramas, I feel like you can go from place to place doing something like that. You know?
Yeah.
Because even comedy sometimes, like if you saw Adam Sandler in like a normal movie, you'd be like, where's the jokes?
It's like when Owen Wilson did that one movie. I don't remember what it's called, but he's like action dad.
Yeah.
Like protecting his family.
Yeah, it was like in a terrorist situation or something.
Yeah.
And you're like, why are you making me laugh?
I know.
What's
And
happening?
you're like waiting on him to
Or
say,
even
wow.
like Steve Carell's done a great job of transitioning to these serious movies.
Yeah.
Because because he's one of those people you watch and you're like, why aren't you making me laugh?
I know.
But then he's done some movies where he's like a coach or he's like a handicapped person, and it's just like, oh, you're actually a really good actor.
Yeah.
And then it transitions your perspective, but it's kind of hard. That typecasting is real.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
Didn't they, a lot of the Disney old princesses, they allowed to, the person who voiced Snow White, they paid her like a lump sum or an annual fee to not voice or be an actress in anything else.
Interesting.
Because they were like, your voice is Snow White, you can't do anything else, and they would pay her.
Then I would want freaking all the money every time they use my voice.
That's what I'm saying.
That's what would have to happen if.
You'd have to pay me a lot to be like,
Yeah.
okay, I'm not going to work anymore doing this.
Yeah, I know.
Sure, yeah, but only if you pay me a ton.
Yeah, that's crazy.
But, all right. I'm burping. You feel good?
Yeah, I'm good. Thank y'all for listening in. I hope
Farquhar,
we were
this was
informative.
your podcast, bro. You went off on some of this Marvel stuff.
Well, I was just giving you all the info in my head, you know?
Sometimes it does amaze me how much you know about this.
It amazes me too, and I'm like, what the? Like,
You just
do I
start
have a
spewing this
life?
information, and I'm like, oh, shoot. Like, it's cool, though, because then I'm like, if I have a question, I can ask you instead of going, like, figure it out, and you have, like, good answers. So it's dope.
It's because I have videos going on. I'm, like, reading, subscribed to all these, I don't know. And then all of a sudden it's in your head because you just see it. You're like, oh, okay.
It's something you're interested in, so you remember it so much easier.
I know.
It's like when you're trying to freaking read a textbook, and you're like, I hate every second of this, and so you forget it all at the test, like immediately after. It's because you don't care.
Yeah.
Or when you care about something, it's crazy how much more you remember.
I know. I'm about to look at freaking careers with comicbook.com and see what's up.
All right, y'all. Episode 20. We've knocked it out.
20. We will see y'all next week.
Like, subscribe, follow us, reviews, all those good things. We'll talk to you guys later.